the slums. This is 40 and nigga, we from the slums. 40 nigga, you're not the one. Shout out the whole nation, man. Hit that like button. Strategic Live. Let's go this morning. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation. Where my fire starters at. Double tap that screen. Make sure y'all swipe this live to the left and hype this fire pit up this morning. Shout out the whole nation. We back outside. What's good with y'all? Double tap that screen, y'all. What's good with y'all? Strategic one. Here we go again. Here we go again. Let's go, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's coming up in here, all my moderators, all my flaming raiders, fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. Let's get the fire on the ground this morning. Let's stomp, step, and let these motherfuckers know why we stand on real morals and principles, and everything we do demonstrate and illustrate around here. Let's go, man. Shout out to all the new members, all the new fire starters, and everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the support. Let's continue, okay, to set fire and flame where it needs to be set. Because like I said, man, we got to filter this bullshit up out of here. And like I said, ain't no better place to get the raw and uncut Max B coverage, but right here. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else is riding the dick riding wave. Pause. Everybody pulling on me. Pause. Everybody pulling on me. Now, like I said, man, yes, Max B is one of the greatest artists to ever do it in this culture. Yes, he is. But let's really talk about it. How all these motherfuckers in the game, we're going to go from D-listers, C-listers, E-listers, B-listers, A-listers, all the way to Z-listers. Rappers that the winner shot off like a rocket, and rappers that have never got off the motherfucking ground, even though they had fire lit up under them and their fuse was lit, they was never able to what, y'all? Take the fuck off, right? Right? But for some strange reason, as y'all see the short that I just uploaded, Max B said, man, it's a lot of individuals that I expected to get love from that I actually didn't get love from. And what y'all have to realize, y'all, as I strategically fuck this up and break this down, yo. All right, shout out all the trolls, all the fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. I appreciate y'all. Because what y'all have to remember is how many individuals that actually was riding Max B dick while he was locked up. How many rappers was shouting him out on Instagram? How many rappers? And like I said, I can name 20 off the back, but we gonna put a good 5 on the table. We gonna put a good 5 fucking rappers on the table that we ain't see at all show up to the Max B coming home shit. Not only that, that also was the same day of French Montana birthday, right? So we got the Queen of Dubai, as I strategically fucked this up, in New York City with French Montana, celebrating his birthday and the release of his right-hand man, and nobody in the industry showed up, right? Hit the like button. So we could go back on 18 birthday celebrations that French Montana done had, and look at how many people showed up. Hit the like button, strategic drop. We just started. And the reason why I said 18, because it's been like what, 17, 18 years that Max B has been what? Locked the fuck down, right? And during those 17, 18 years. Remember, the reason why French Montana is in the position he is in is because of that wave he was riding with Max B, right? Absolutely. How you doing? Absolutely. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. We got over 200 plus. I appreciate y'all. Continue to double tap the screen. Let's get the views to match the likes and the likes to match the views. Cause where Future at? You bitch ass nigga. Now Atlanta is down and out. Rat Atlanta. You ain't got nothing to say, right? Hit the like button. Let's talk about it. Where Future at? Y'all go do your strategic research. It's all on Google and everything, but they trying to shadow it now. It's all on YouTube, all on IG, TikTok. Future was shouting out Max B all on his gram when he started getting a little traction, right? Right? Wasn't Future. Because we all know where he got that melodic flow from, right? Not only that, if you pay attention to the Billboard interview that Max B did, right? He sent a shot at Future as I strategically fuck y'all up. Let's go. Let's go. Because what Max B said, my shit come naturally. I ain't gotta go all in the studio and use a whole bunch of chemicals. Hit the like button. Let's go. Woo! We up. Let's fucking go. What Max B say? My shit come natural. I don't need no auto-tune. I don't need y'all to go in there with a whole bunch of magic and bullshit. My shit come natural. And I ain't got to be on a whole bunch of chemicals. Meaning what? I ain't got to be taking a whole bunch of pills. I ain't got to be drinking a whole bunch of lean. Hit the like button because we all know. Can't none of these motherfucking artists from the last 15 years go in the studio and make a melodic banging ass hit without having that shit in their system. Hit the like button. Let's go. Now, we all know Future, he don't do the drug, right? Shout out everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Continue to double tap the screen. Future don't do the drug no more. He used to do the drug though, right? But he got off of the drug, just like Lil Durk, right? Just like so many other artists that had to go through rehab. You see, they're not going to tell you that part, that they had to go through rehab to get their shit back, to get their body right, to get their mind back right. They was on meth, they was on Suboxones, and all that shit. Ask French Montana as I strategically fuck y'all up. Double tap the screen. Let's go. Shout out everybody that's up in here. I appreciate y'all. Just like French Montana was all on Percocets, Xanax, and Suboxones, right? Double tap the screen. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get us hyped up. Because y'all don't know how much Max B is in debt, do y'all? Pay attention. Check it out now. As I strategically fuck y'all up. Pay attention. Now, before we even get all the way started, disclaimer. Yeah. You see, I done already paid the groundwork for what we doing right now today. I ain't just started coming out the blue, popping it. I paved groundwork and let everybody know what was really going on before it really started coming out, right? But we gotta do our due diligence. Shout out to YouTube and everything they allow us to do. Disclaimer in effect. All right? Under the Copyright Act law, Section 107, 1976, allows this live, all right, to conduct in a manner for purposes such as research, criticism, news, entertainment, reporting. Everything you hear in this live is alleged. But y'all know what it is. We fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and motherfucking stalkers. We don't need a belt around our waist to know we grand champions at this shit. We don't need to hold up a motherfucking title with a whole bunch of subscribers to prove we the motherfucking champions of this shit, because we the real underdogs around here. We the real underdog boss. Hit the like button. And everybody is trying to what? Everybody is what? Influenced on what we got going on over here. They love what the fuck I'm doing. I've been doing this forever. But you got a lot of motherfuckers that's not naturally into they self. You see what I'm saying? You see they whole rise? We ain't gotta say no names. You see, we jumped out and in, stop, drop, and motherfucking roll through the fire. What? Shout out the whole nation. Continue to double tap the screen. Like, share, subscribe. We just getting started. You see, when you can walk, stop, step, and stand, stop, drop, and roll to get up out the motherfucking fire, you a bad motherfucker. You a bad motherfucker. Not only you a bad motherfucker, all right? Listen here. The fire continues to burn. Even when we sleep, the fire still continues to burn. Shout out the whole fire starters, hawkers, walkers, and stalkers. If y'all are official fire starters, drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat right now. Drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat. If y'all really stop, step, and stand on what we do over here, morally, traditionally, and y'all stop, step, and stand on everything we do over here, drop y'all fire and TVs in the chat, man. Let's go. Shout out everybody up in here. Drop your fire and TVs in the chat for me one time. I ain't asking for no donations. I ain't up here begging. I can hold my own shit. I hold my own nuts. Pause. I ain't up here selling merch, trying to rob niggas and shit. Hit the like button. Let's fucking talk about it. Huh? I ain't up here trying to rob y'all, trying to sell $2 hoodies for $300 and $400 fucking dollars in weird man shit? No. Drop your fire TVs in the chat for a nigga. Shout out the whole nation, man. Strategic is what we are. We ain't in a rush to do a motherfucking thing. You know why? This our show. This our corridor. This our motherfucking motion. You heard? You heard? We ain't in a rush to do a motherfucking thing around here. Now, as I continue to strategically break this down, shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, everybody that's coming up in here, man. I appreciate y'all. I do. All right? This is just about as authentic as you gonna get it right here. Every day, all day, you go back to when God Fear TV was first. Shout out to Wound to come here, all right, and illustrate what it is and what it ain't with this bullshit we be seeing on these apps. I'm being used as a vessel. Know the difference between us and them, all right? Don't let the shell fool you. Don't let, okay, coming out of the Stefan chamber fool you. Don't let the Clark Kent cape and all this shit fool you, bro. Shout out everybody up in here. I appreciate y'all. Because y'all don't know how in debt Max B is right now, do y'all? That's not including. You see, Fresh Montana is a fucking snake, bro. He's a fucking snake. Why the fuck they set Max B up at that show in the Bronx, right? Where Funkmaster Flex was at? This was Sunday night, right? Let me tell you why French and the team sent Max there to the Bronx. As we see, Funkmaster Flex was the DJ, right? Hit the like button. Funkmaster Flex. When the last time Funkmaster Flex played Max B session or his show? We know Jim Jones, Cameron, and the Diplomats run Funk Flex, right or wrong. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Right? Every time Jim Jones wanted to tell a story before he got his old ass with his cooked up ass face, okay, face all sagging and shit, he done up. Before he got his own show, every time he wanted to speak something, where did he go, y'all? Funk Flex, right? So, as I strategically break this down, we know for a fact that Funkmaster Flex ain't give a fuck about Max B, and Jim Jones, Cameron, and the Diplomats made sure that Max B catalog got shadow banned from Hot 97 and the other radio station. What was it? Power 105 or some shit? When the last time we heard them play a Max B section? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Huh? 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 Let's talk about it. Let's fucking go. But they talking about New York this, New York that. Suck my dick. And shout out to the whole city. I'm talking about all the motherfucking DJs that's been getting paid to shadow ban Max B, and now they all dick riding them. Pause. They pulling on this meat. They getting down on a bending knee. Pause of the nigga. So, come to find out, y'all. Okay, shout out everybody up in here. I appreciate the love and the support. We gonna do this shit right. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Share this shit. Let's shoot to the motherfucking moon with this one. Because we know Dice Peso, right? As I strategically fuck y'all out. Let's go. Dice Peso. You wonder why you ain't got no motion? You wonder why you ain't in position where you should be? Because you fucking with Jimmy. That's why. We know Dice Peso from the Bronx, right? So allegedly, like I said, when Max B came home, Jim Jones made sure he had all his counterparts everywhere where Max B was at. At the game, at the party, at the walkthrough, at the Gucci spot. Fabulous, Mano, Davies. We know Dice Peso is hugging Jim Jones' nuts. He want to be Bird Gang so bad, don't he? He want to be Bird Gang so motherfucking bad. Bitch, go fly away, you fucking pigeon. It's just me, my fancy cars. Big up my fancy hoes. And we only in the house right now. We got the bar. We got the bar. Bird Gang money. Spur Gang money. Spur Gang money. Niggas always spitting that Bird Gang money. Wee! Me, my fancy cars. Big up my fancy hoes. We only in the house right now. We got the bar. We got the bar. Spur Gang money. Bird Gang money. Fuck out of here. So, he sent Max B straight through the ops, y'all. Hit the like button. Max B shows up at the spot. Shout out everybody up in here. Like, share, subscribe. Max B shows up at the spot in the Bronx, right? With Funk Flex hoe ass, who ain't show Max B no love since Max B been down. Right? Dice Peso, allegedly, his goons was up in there laying on Max B. Hit the like button. Max B, where you at? You better tune in, nigga. So, these niggas, right, in the club, laying on Max, yo. Why is Fresh Montana not booked at the show in the Bronx where he's from with Max B? Hit the like button. Why Fresh Montana was not there in the Bronx with Max B, where Fresh Montana is from? And he the one who booked the show, a Funk Flex show. Funk Flex spinning on the DJs, right? But you got him in there with all the motherfucking ops that he don't even fucking know, nigga. You got him in there with all the fucking ops that he don't even fucking know. Jim Jones is locked in and Peso is locked in with Jimmy, right? Hit the like button. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here. Slowly but surely. We ain't going nowhere. Let that sink in. Strategic drop. As I strategically break this shit down, when we make real life matters, make real life sense. Not this shit they put in our face. Alright? Round 2, y'all. Double tap the screen. Let's hype us up. That was round 1. We came out and put them on their ass, bruh. We came out and put them right on their ass. Drop Fire TV to the chat. Round 2. Let's go. Rocky. Adrian. Huh? Adrian, let's go. Shout out Philadelphia. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. If y'all are enjoying the live and y'all are enjoying the content, the energy, and the strategic breakdown on everything that we got going on over here, make sure y'all double tap, like, share, subscribe, turn y'all bell notifications all the way up. I'm talking about light fire to the motherfuckers every day. Even if you gotta unsubscribe and resubscribe to keep that fire lit, so you can know when we strategically come in. Because I rarely send out notifications. We just come flaming shit down. Just like a real life fire do. You never know when the fire is going to start, do you? It's very strategic, right? Shout out everybody up in here. Very strategic we are. Shout out the whole nation, all the trolls, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the hate. Appreciate all the trolling. And I appreciate all the love and the support. We gotta have them trolls, okay? Everybody don't like the bad guy. And everybody damn sure don't like the good guy, huh? Razor Ramon with it. Chico. Now, I told y'all from the first day Max B came home that his wife wasn't too happy, right? When I broke down Get Out Part 2 on the live. If y'all ain't see that live yet, go back to it. Get Out 2, and I explained to y'all that it was some family members around Max B before GQ, right? GQ just dropped this yesterday. GQ magazine. But I dropped it when? How many days before GQ magazine came out and dropped it? How many days was I ahead of them, y'all? How many days was I ahead of GQ magazine? Go back to Get Out 2. When I'm breaking down the Max B shit. How long ago was that? That was what? How many days? Hit the like button. And I told y'all that it was some family members that wasn't too happy with what was going on, right? Okay, and how Fresh Montana is working the shit out of Max B. Fresh Montana is working the shit out of Max B. You know why? You know why? You know why Max B hasn't had a day alone with his kids? You know why Max B hasn't had a day alone with his mother? You know why Max B has been home almost 2 weeks and he hasn't had no private time with his immediate family? Not one day, not 1 hour, not one social minute. And like I said, it's a reason for all of that. You see, I told y'all Fresh Montana owned everything Max B. Max can't do nothing without Fresh Montana signing off and approving it. How you think he got out of jail? You see, y'all think Max B just got the fuck out of jail just out the blue, right? Right? Do you know what Fresh Montana had to do on the back end to get Max B out of jail? Don't y'all know? They've been saying Max B was supposed to be coming home for the last 7, 8 years. You know that, right? And every time it was time for him to get ready to come home, something else happened, right? Because French wasn't finished. Hit the like button. Now, like I said, when y'all go back to all the DVDs, shout out everybody up in here, man. We got over 300 plus. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get in this algorithm. Share this shit. Let's get the views to match the likes and the likes to match the views. Let's get the likes up to over 150, y'all. Montana, remember, before Fresh Montana jumped out there, let me take y'all back in time for a minute and illustrate, because we the master of demonstration around here, right? Before Fresh jumped out there, started rapping, he was doing the DVDs, right? As I strategically break this down. He was behind the DVDs in that camcorder with the Cocaine City shit, right? How you think we got all this Max B content from back then? That's all Fresh Montana cameras, film, camera work. When y'all see Max B and it say Wave Entertainment, that's Fresh Montana, Cocaine City. He owned all that. French owned all that. Not only do French own all that, I try to explain to y'all that French owns the whole catalog, Max B. Right? So, allegedly, the only one that has been putting this money forth and been moving with powerful, strategic pawns on the board is Fresh Montana to make this happen for Max B, including getting his time reducted, him being able to record and release music, him being set up with all these artists and features. while he's in there, that all came through the pipeline of French Montana and the paperwork, bruh. Pay attention. So, all this money, allegedly French is putting in to Max B while Max B is in jail, right? Peep the game. Now, that's already a load. A real nigga, you wouldn't have to pay that back. A real nigga will do that from the heart. You ain't got to pay me back nothing, bruh. You ain't got to pay me back shit. But hold on, let's continue to illustrate. Soon as Max B came on, he made sure Max B started working right away, jumped right into the studio, right? And I explained to y'all that Max B family and allegedly Max B wasn't too fond about the situation that he was being overworked as soon as he got out. Now, if y'all go back to the GQ magazine, when I dropped the video last night in the GQ interview, right? You see, it says, Max B looks very frustrated for the first time since he's been out. It ain't even been 24 hours yet, and he is already frustrated and angry about the overwork load and the schedules and all these places he had to be in a certain amount of time with a little leeway. He told French Montana, why don't you just upload the shit to my phone and I get it done? No, it's in the GQ article. Damn, bro, won't you just send the shit to my phone? Just load it to me. No, he want the man right there. You see what I'm saying? Hit the like button, y'all. He want the man right there, and he's gonna make sure the man is working on Coke Wave. Coke Wave. We not getting a solo Max B project. They're saying, Max B saying that The Purge is coming out Black Friday. I'll wait. The Purge is not coming out. Coke Wave will come out before The Purge. And like I said, French Montana had all this time. He been shining all this time, bro. You've been on. You got the major deal with Bad Boy because or whatever you did when them doors was closed, allegedly, and off the strip in the wave of Max B. The reason why French Montana is even relevant or in position is because he stole the Max B wave. He did exactly what Jim Jones did. And like I said, the whole time, every day before Max got sentenced, French Montana was right there. Not only was French Montana right there, y'all, French Montana was the one that was hyping this beef up with Max and Jim Jones with these DVDs. Hit the like button, strategic drop. And not only was he hyping them up with these DVDs, this is when other people started to join in. Other people with DVD platforms like Doggy Diamonds, Sub-Zero and all them, they started jumping on the shit. You see what I'm saying? Because they followed what French was doing, hyping this whole shit up with Jimmy and Max. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Where my fire starters at? What's good, Angela? I see y'all. Trust me, I see y'all. I see all the love, man. I go back over all the live chats, man. Shout out everybody up in here. Everybody. If y'all are enjoying the content, hit the like button. We ain't done. We ain't done. Because Max B, rule number 1. Why is you letting your wife on these platforms, bro? Hit the like button. Why did Cameron and Mace feel as though that they needed to interview his wife? Bitch, we don't know your wife, Cam. We don't know your wife, Mace. Fresh Montana, have your wife of Dubai ever been interviewed on Mace and Cameron shit? So why y'all trying to put this man all on the front line? Peep the game, but Max don't peep it because he ain't not familiar with how this shit go. Shout out everybody up in here. He's not familiar how this shit go. You see what I'm saying? All right, so like I said, that interview that he did, that little segment that Karen Mace did with old boy wife, as I strictly break this down, who started talking about the ring didn't fit? Hit the like button. As y'all see at the end of the show, they made sure they got that size right, didn't they? And you know why it was mandatory? As I strategically fuck y'all up. You see, they had to put her on the show just for that moment. So Max B can prove to everybody like, yeah, I got the right ring size now. No, that shit was supposed to be right the first time. Because as a matter of fact, the only reason why it's right this time, Max, is because you actually went and picked it out. You and your wife actually went and got the ring fitted, sized and all that, pause. Okay? And this is why now the ring fits. You see, you didn't pick out the first ring. You didn't have no input on the ring. She didn't have no input on the ring. She didn't even know no ring was going to be there, and you didn't either. All right? So if you ask me, they embarrassed you, and they embarrassed you on purpose. Because why would y'all have me put a ring on my lady finger and the bitch don't fit in front of the world? Strategic drop. Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. And we the ones who what? Started popping it, telling everybody that, yo, that ring, something ain't right about that whole situation. If y'all do your research on a man that gets a ring for his wife and that bitch don't fit, look at the definition of that shit. Okay? It don't look too good. It don't sound too good. And allegedly, okay, as time continue to pass with that situation, nothing good comes out of it. All right? Now, this is all alleged. Shout out everybody that's coming up in here. Now, Max B sat there and said, it's people that I thought I was going to get motherfucking love from that I didn't get no love from. And like I said, it's not by surprise or coincidence that Fresh Montana, his birthday, y'all, if y'all go back on every motherfucking birthday celebration he done had before Max B came home, look at how many people came out to celebrate. Look at how many people added him on Instagram. Look at how many people, okay, wished him well, engaged in the situation. Everybody was doing their regular, normal shit. But now Max B is home. Peep the game. And Max B was involved. Nobody showed up. Rick Ross, hit the like button. Rick Ross, that's your right-hand man, ain't it? You ain't even wish French happy birthday, because all these people who fuck with French, that allegedly fuck with other people that don't want to fuck with Max, that's trying to shadow him, right? For example, if Rick Ross would send a shout out or at to French Montana, that's basically like he's what? Recognizing and showing love to Max B too, because Max B is incorporated in that whole celebration, right? So, that's the only reason why all these artists that allegedly supposed to be French man didn't fuck with French on his birthday. Now, like I said, make it make sense. French not over in Dubai celebrating. He's in the city celebrating his birthday. He's in the States, right? And nobody showed up. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Appreciate everybody up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Double tap the screen, man. Hype us up. Hype us up to ripe us up. All right? We falling off the tree. Nigga, you could pick us off the tree. We so right. Okay? We so right about how we break our shit down over here. You could literally walk up to the tree and pick us off the motherfucker, bro. All right? And get everything you need. And get everything you need. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. All right? So, you gotta ask yourself, they set Max B up, y'all, in the Bronx with Jim Jones counterparts, and French Montana was nowhere around, right? Now, like I said, Max B don't know what it is and what it ain't. He's depending on the motherfuckers around him that he trusts to give him an insight in the eye of things, and then he'll catch on. But you can't go about the motherfuckers that's around you, bruh, because everybody ain't what you think they are. Now, if y'all pay attention, right, still, we haven't had not one Max B release, have we? No visual, no video. All these cameras, everywhere, all day, 24/7. Why they ain't do a visual yet? Why they ain't do a little single yet? Why they ain't do a little promo yet? Make it make sense. Like I said, when Honeycomb Brazy came home, he started jumping right on it, right? So you would think with all these cameras around every day, we talking about GQ, Billboard, and all that. Max haven't gotten out one visual, single, nothing released yet. And like I said, that's all due to the shit that's going on the back end with that paperwork in French Montana. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think if Max B controlled his own shit, he wouldn't have already released something? He's a workaholic. You know how much French done backdoored this man? All them songs, all them catalogs, all those mixtapes him and French got. Why French Montana ain't remaster and remix all that shit the whole time Max B been in jail? Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Why didn't he remaster it, rebrand it, repackage it, Why? Why we still got all Max B old catalog all in low quality when French Montana got the money to what? Remaster everything, right? French Montana got the money to remaster all the footage and everything because, nigga, you own everything. You own it. You own everything. You own everything. Like I said, Max B is a worker-fucking-holic, bruh. They could have did videos and visuals for old shit he done. For old shit he done. Right? Right? Like I said, ain't nobody catalog. Yo, Max B catalog is crazy. But it's crazy with French Montana in it only. French Montana is damn near on every goddamn catalog Max B got. Yes, we know Max B got a series of mixtapes, okay, alone in his own prodigal as an artist, but French Montana is on majority of all them shits. Everything, all of it. Everything, all of it. Everything, all of it. And French Montana was there, distracted Max B the whole time before he went to trial. He was there every day, right? As I strategically break this down. And I'm gonna prove it to y'all. Watch what I tell y'all, I'm nice with it. On the day Max B got sentenced and got life, French Montana knew Max B was going to get 75 years. That's why he didn't show up on that day. Hit the like button. Strategic drop. Okay? I got the footage of Max B and his lawyer walking in the courtroom. His lawyer told him that they ain't had shit. He was going to beat the shit. They were lying the whole time. They knew that he was going to jail, bro. We got footage of French going to Max B, the court, and around him every day, acting like a fucking goofy, right? But on the day Max B gets sentenced, y'all, to 75 years, French Montana ain't show up at all. Strategic drop. Strategic drop. Strategic drop. And I explained to y'all, French Montana and his colleagues and associates is the one who put Max B on this cokehead ass lawyer. The lawyer was a cokehead, y'all. Hit the like button. Ah! The lawyer was a cokehead, yo. They hired a cokehead lawyer. Hit the like button, y'all. Shout out everybody up in here. They hired a cokehead lawyer. Go do your research where that lawyer at now. Huh? Shout out everybody up in here. They hired a cokehead lawyer. They was paying that lawyer with coke and little ends. They was paying that lawyer with coke, allegedly. What you thought? This shit wasn't gonna come out? What y'all thought? Why y'all think he lost? Why you think every time a real lawyer is not going to go up there with his client and goof around on camera like this fucking goofy ass lawyer was doing, bro? Y'all should go back, look at the footage and process the shit. It'd be like, yo, a real lawyer, it'd be like, yo, get the fucking cameras out my face. This ain't no show. This a man life, bro. This shit's serious. Now, we're not talking about right now. Today in 2025, it's a little different. But back then, in 08, 09, just having the regular camcorder around to get your head knocked off your fucking shoulder, bro. Fuck you talking about? Okay? Back in 2008, 2009, it wasn't like a phone and a fucking device and shit. Yeah, we had little flip phones and you could take a picture and record, but you couldn't do long ass videos with megabytes and gigabytes and all that shit. It wouldn't allow you to. You see what I'm saying? So you had to use a real life camcorder every time. You see what I'm saying? And we know back in them eras, we coming up a motherfucker walking around with a camcorder all day. Nigga, you want some hot shit. You hot. Give a fuck what you talking about. You hot. We ain't playing all that shit. We ain't doing all this all day. We got too much going on. You hot, nigga. Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. You hot, bruh. Get that camcorder out my face. Shout out everybody up in here. Like I said, we make real life matters make real life sense. Why did Max B feel so comfortable having this camcorder in his face all day? All day. Knowing the prosecutors is watching, right? Strategic drop. Right? Everything they doing, French is uploading, burning, putting it on DVDs, pressing them. You think the prosecutors, you think that shit ain't hitting their desk? You think that shit ain't hitting the judge's desk? You think that shit ain't hitting the victim's family desk and shit like that? Come on, yo. Like I life sense. A lawyer would tell his client, this is not a good idea, bro. You're giving them ammo to send your ass to jail just because of your character. I can't prove you guilty with this type of character that you're portraying on these fucking DVDs, you idiot. Huh? Let's make it make sense. But a cokehead lawyer don't give a fuck, right? A lawyer that's put in position to backdoor you not gonna tell you that, right? Right? Shout out everybody up in here, right? Yeah, we so strategic with it. We so strategic with it. Not a good idea at all. So, Fresh Montana made sure he got all the content, bro. Pay attention, Fresh Montana got all that money on the back end. Do you know how much money Fresh Montana made off of them DVDs, yo? Before social media was a thing, this is why they came out with only downloading. Because that DVD shit, bro, it's a that was a different type of world. That shit like selling crack and dope. He was bubbling off of that shit. He made it so other people could bubble so much off of that shit. And like I said, the main beneficiary was Fresh Montana and his Coke Boy imprint on that Cocaine City DVD. Now, like I said, something ain't aligning right. Because we know the shit that happened at the Rucker with Jim Jones and Dipset, Junior Mafia, all that shit, right? And it was on Cocaine City DVD, right? As I strategically break this down, right? It was on Cocaine City DVD when all that shit happened, right? Also, other things led up. Jim Jones wound up going to trial and all that shit, right? But somehow, some way, Fresh Montana and Jim Jones wound up patching back together like glue, like nothing never happened, right? Right? And like I said, the whole time when they patched it up like glue, Jim Jones was still popping shit and disrespecting Max B, and French Montana sat there and didn't say one motherfucking word. Now, how can you, okay, befriend a motherfucker and squash something if he's still beefing with your man? Technically, it's still not squashed until you squash that over there too, because if I'm fucking with him and this whole situation came in to play with me also, because actually French Montana just jumped in this shit and started instigating it. You know that, right? Just to get money off of them DVDs. French Montana ain't really had nothing to do with the shit. French ain't had nothing to really do with the shit. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everybody sending the little gifts and all that up in the chat, man. You know what I mean? If any of y'all send any Cash Apps, God Fear 316 at Cash App, or at Fear the Fire Flames at PayPal. I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, man. We don't do nothing but light the fire and light the truth over here. Where we at? We on the hour. Jim watching. I know he watching. Probably is. A lot of motherfuckers is watching us and these content creators. A lot of them. They ain't got no choice because we the only thing that's going on. Like I said, we influence these niggas. We influence these niggas. These niggas used to clown us bloggers and streamers or whatever you want to call us, bro. They used to clown us. You see what I'm saying? But now they want to be like us. Now they still in our style. Now they're still in our little motherfucking word sayings and our whole little shit that we create organically. They're still in it, all right, and stamping it like it's their shit. They're watching other streamers like they do in the music industry, as I strategically break this down, how they steal other artists' music off of SoundCloud and shit, and they big and shit, so they snatch their shit, use it, flip it, boom, 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 and do what they want to do with it because they got a bigger name. That's what they're doing right now in the YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, all that shit, bro. All that shit. They watching regular or organic, authentic motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to be organic and authentic anymore. Because that lifestyle done watered them down. That lifestyle done watered them down. The motherfuckers they hanging with done watered them down. You see what I'm saying? So when they see the authenticness in motherfuckers on this app, they're like, damn, I miss that. Damn, I miss being like that. Yeah, bruh, he popping that shit for real. Damn, I wish I could go out in the open world and be myself again, but I can't be myself because I'm around all these watered down motherfuckers and I gotta portray a certain image. Hit the like button, man. It's all we do is pop it right. It's all we do is pop it right. Shout out everybody up in here, man. I see y'all. All right, and we definitely gonna close this out with a bang, bro. All right? We definitely gonna close this out with a bang. Shout out the whole Fire Flame Nation, man. All the love and all the support. Like I said, man, we very strategic around here. I make sure I break this shit down and release this shit in a strategic manner for a strategical reason. All right? Exactly how we doing it. We're going to continue to do it exactly that way. Now, I've been explaining to y'all that allegedly, all right, some things is just not adding up with all the numerology and the mythology that's added into this Max B coming home. It's almost like a ritualistic thing. We put all the shit together, and there's so much more that I didn't even hit y'all with. The Scorpion, get over here. You see what I'm saying? Because I break it down strategically so y'all could go and do y'all research and I go back in the comment section and see if anybody else done grab something else and drop it. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I like to run my shit, because I like to actually bring awareness to situations that's already lingering in people's faces, okay? But they allow shit to hit them with so much, it go over their head and under their feet every time. And that's the game. That's the systematic design. They don't want us still. They don't want our minds still, focused. They want our minds all over the place. You see what I'm saying? And if our minds is all over the place, we can't process what's actually going on. Pay attention. All right? So, I've been telling y'all that they've been building up this Silver Surfer thing and this Max B theme, and how allegedly Rock Nation is the big, okay, the big shit allegedly that's pushing all this, because we already done aligned revote with who? Rock Nation. We already done aligned revote with who? French Montana, and we done aligned French Montana counterparts with Rock Nation. We done align Jim Jones' enemies. I mean, Jim Jones and his counterparts with Rock Nation. And we done also align Max B and his snakes that's moving around him with Rock Nation. And the people that's in the city that was celebrating the Rock Nation whole thing and movement with the last album Jay-Z just dropped under Rockefeller 22 years ago, which was the Black Album that ultimately started the whole Rock Nation movement, right? Now, we know Jay-Z is considered one of the greats when it comes to rap and shit like that, right? And we know that Jay-Z barely respond to people on tracks, disses and shit like that. He don't even have a IG, right? But we talking about in an era where so many people were coming at Jay-Z. Jay-Z didn't even respond at all to a lot of shit. After he went at that shit with him and Nas, everybody else was saying little side shit. Jay-Z ain't really respond to it, right? So, peep the game. Everybody has to pay attention. When Jim Jones did Ballin', as I strategically break this down, We Fly High, right? Right? Max B wrote that song, right? And Jay-Z did a what? Response. Just so happens, one of the songs Max B wrote, out of all the songs he wrote, you see what I'm saying? Jay-Z did a response to Jim Jones on that Ballin'. You see what I'm saying? And what happened was Jim Jones took that as an advantage, used the response and incorporated Jay-Z verse into the remix. Even though he was coming at Jim Jones incorporated that verse into the Ballin' remix, right? Not only that, as I strategically break this down, when Cameron came at Jay-Z, you gotta hate it the way we get in this paper, because all my niggas is coming straight from minimum wages. That's Max B on the hook. So, like I said, out of this whole shit that was transpiring with Jay-Z and Dipset, Jim Jones, Cameron, the two tracks that basically, okay, is referencing Jay-Z and basically dissing him, Max B is on the tracks, right? Max B just so happens to be on these tracks and wrote one of them. Crazy work. Ain't that crazy? And like I said, we all know that Max B consider himself Bigger Valley. Big, Jay-Z, and Pop all in one. Okay, so like I said, man, it's a lot of foreshadowing going on here that a lot of people are blind to. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't used to this type of symbolism, you won't be able to see the foreshadowing. It's like, how can I say this? It's like a person that been doing something for so long, their antennas will rise up. If anything else look funny, the defense will automatically kick in. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to this foreshadowing and how allegedly they put this shit in individuals' faces, a lot of people don't see it. A lot of people don't see it. And it's mighty strange as I strategically break this down. I explained to y'all that DJ Khaled was mocking Max B, right? Right? Don't y'all know DJ Khaled was in New York with Jim Jones 3 days before Max B even got there? Go to his IG, it's up there, y'all. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. All right. Shout out the whole nation, man. I appreciate y'all. Somebody said, watch out for the drone pigeons. I just smacked the shit out of one. Strategic drop. Just knocked one out the fucking sky. Told you, I'm a fire starter. Strategic. Yeah. Knocked that bitch right down. Shout out the whole nation. Now they gotta come get it. Now they gotta come get their drone. Look real as a bitch too, right? Oh shit. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Thank y'all for the well wishes, man. I appreciate y'all. Salute everybody, yeah, man. The God Fear Fire is still here. The fire of God Fear is still here. Ain't nothing changed. Somebody said that's no robot. Somebody said that's no robot. You know the crazy thing, right? Just so happens, a motherfucker said, it's a pigeon. In a drone. All right? But it's some shit that they must be spraying in the air because there's been so many dead pigeons around, bro. Babies and all. You know what I'm saying? So just so happens, I look down and what a coinky ding. A fucking dead pigeon. Baby. Hey, it just happened to align. Right? I can't explain that. It's cool. It's cool, yo. Shout out the whole nation, man. And everybody that's been supporting the movement, all the new subscribers, man. The channel is still growing, you know what I mean? Rapidly, you know what I mean? Not at a very, but it's moving. It's moving. And we getting the emotion. Shout out everybody up in here. And like I said, man, for a lot of people who just coming in contact with us over here, man, we are not new to this. We are not a new platform. We've been doing this for 3-4 years. All right, we've been doing this. We've been doing this just in a strategical format and a strategical, okay, output. That's it and that's all. When you hit this platform, like I said, when you hit the thumbnail, you don't know what you're gonna run into, bro. You don't know if I'm gonna be outside, inside. You don't know if I'm gonna be at this location, that location, inside my studio. Every time it's lights, camera, action, you best believe, man, I'm gonna put on for the fire starters. We gonna pop that shit in a strategical format, all right? And stomp, step, and stand on real morals and traditional principles. Shout out everybody up in here, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the super sticker and the super chat too, Angela. Appreciate that. It's well received. Trust me, it's well received. Every dollar, every diamond, it's not all about, you know what I mean, a financial benefit off of everything. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all time, most importantly. I appreciate y'all time. They take the time out y'all day. You know what I mean? And incorporate me into your day. That means a lot. It's the small things that go very far that a lot of people don't give the appreciation to. And I appreciate y'all for having me in y'all homes, having me in y'all headphones, having me, okay, on y'all TVs, on y'all devices, on y'all Bluetooth speakers. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple people that hit me up and say, yo, when we on lunch or when we outside cooking out and you live or one of your shows, we put it on the whole Bluetooth, the whole neighborhood be listening to you, bro. I'm like, damn, like that's how that shit, like, so, like, I appreciate the time. It's just the time. You know what I'm saying? The appreciation people have for me, and they see my authenticness and my passion. You see what I'm saying? When you do something that you love to do, you never have to work a day in your life. You never have to worry about no money. You never have to worry about all the stress and all the troubles and all this and all that, because it's something you love and something you enjoy doing. So everything that comes with it, you're built for it. You're going to stand on that shit. You're going to overcome those obstacles. You're going to be resilient in everything that comes your way because it's your passion. Okay? So no matter what motherfucker tell you, you can't do something or you can't be something, all right? You use that energy to focus and work on yourself, all right? And get it right. Now, everybody's story and walk of life is different, so I can't tell you exactly how to get it right. Only thing I can tell you and do is inspire you, okay, to appreciate the things that you really need in life, not your wants. All this material shit don't mean nothing. I don't promise I'm not buying no more clothes ever. Motherfuckers could bury me or burn me alive and the clothes I already got. Yo, I'm done with that. Okay, let's start appreciating the things that we actually like need. Like the breath we breathe every day. Giving us sight to see, recognize, the vision, all right? Giving us sense to hear, senses to smell, senses to think. We in our right state of mind. Ain't nobody gotta wake up and dress us. We ain't confined to no wheelchair or no bed with a permanent stair. Respectfully, okay. Nobody ain't got to wipe our ass, wash our ass, none of that. We can get up and all our limbs are working correctly. All the senses are hitting our nervous system, right? For us to do this, and this. You know, it's people that can't even do this or this or this or this or this. You see what I'm saying? The little small things. I'm grateful I could raise my hand. Not only am I grateful I could raise my hand, I'm grateful I could bend my knee and raise my hand and give thanks to the Most High, all right, for charging my battery. Every single motherfucking day I wake up, all right? I don't owe that shit to nobody else but the Most High. So with that being said, y'all, fuck all your wants. Start worrying about your needs and the prayer of your needs, and everything else will come into fruition. And with that being said, yo, like, share, subscribe, because you never know what the fuck you need to all the fuck you need. It's all the fuck you got. We up out of here, y'all. Everybody be safe. I love y'all. Shout out the whole nation. Make sure y'all turn y'all notification bell all the way up. If you ain't hype it yet, hype it. If you ain't like it yet, double tap what you waiting on. We up out of here. Peace.